Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris from CrossFit Westchester. Um, Instead of writing a blog, I figured I would do a strategies and tips video blog for 16.5, aka 14.5, the dreaded thruster bar facing burpee workout. So, initial thoughts: why? Not so much because I don't think the workout is a good test. I actually think it's a great test, especially for newer athletes that were newer and have been around the gym for 2 to 3 years. It's a good way for them to gauge and see how much they've improved over the course of time. But with Rich Froning, Ben Smith, and Matt Frazier there, I just assumed that there was going to be something way sexier and crazier. But it's probably why he did it. It is a great workout. It's gonna hurt. It hurt in 2014. It's definitely gonna hurt this year. But I feel this is definitely more so than the others a one and done, one that people are gonna want to do just one time. So the warm up. So I think the warm up is a really, really important piece for this workout. Most importantly, to get yourself in a positive mind state. So I remember in 2014 when I did this workout, I was so nervous. I was on the bubble of qualifying for regionals, which I ended up qualifying after the fact. But I was so sick to my stomach once the workout was announced. Leading up into the workout, I ended up performing well enough to qualify, but not up to my potential. And a lot of it had to do with just how negative I went into the workout. This year, my mindset is much different. I'm at a different place in my life in terms of my athletic performance, and I believe that I am more fit this year than I was 2 years ago, and that I'm going to be able to perform a lot better. So during my warm up, it was a lot of positive self talk, understanding and knowing that the workout was going to be painful, but it was going to be over in a short 10, 15, 20 minutes for most of us. And just to kind of embrace it like you do any other workout. It's no different than other workouts with thrusters or burpees. So just keep that in mind. The more of a positive mindset you go into this workout with, the better off you're going to be. And it was 100% proven when I went through a test run today, which I'll get into in a couple minutes. So warm up, exactly what I did today. I spent about 5 minutes at a really moderate pace, just getting some blood flowing on the bike. You could go for a jog or on a rower, even jumping rope, anything just to get the blood flowing a little bit. Then I spent about 10 to 15 minutes on some mobility. I think a big one for this is going to be the front rack position. If you struggle with that, spend some time, you know, getting comfortable there. I don't happen to struggle with that, so I worked on some trouble areas for me, some things that have been bothering me. My quads have been sore, my calf, and that kind of stuff. So spend 10 to 15 minutes on area specific stuff that would normally affect you being able to go overhead or do thrusters and a combination of burpees. After the mobility piece, I went into working up to some moderate weight front squat. So I built up to about 75% of my front squat, and I did 3 singles at that weight. By this point, I'm probably about 20, 25 minutes into the warm up. I then did a set of thrusters, about 10, 15 reps at what, the game pace was going to feel like. And then what I would do on game day is probably work through a couple rounds of a few thrusters, a few bar facing burpees, kind of to feel that out. What I did, and the reason it took so long to put this video out, was to kind of try different burpee techniques. So I tested it with myself and one of my other better athletes at my gym. We went on the assault bike and we were at a pretty elevated heart rate pace for about 30 seconds. We got off and we tested a few different variations of the burpee. So the standard jump back, jump forward, jump over the bar, the jump back, step forward, jump over the bar, and then the step back, step forward, jump over the bar. The last one I just mentioned was super slow. In terms of pacing, the middle one was probably the best option. The jump back, step forward, jump over the bar. It tends to work better for a taller, bigger athlete, but I think minimizing the amount of jumping, it keeps the heart rate down. So when we tested it, both myself and Craig, we finished 8 bar-facing burpees after being on the assault bike in about 22 seconds with the jump method. And then with the jump step forward method, we finished in about 25 seconds. So it was about 2-3 seconds slower, but my heart rate, I was wearing a heart rate monitor, was about 15 beats per minute slower, which means sustainable. In this workout, you want the movements to be sustainable. So as we get into the movements, think about that. Think about keeping a pace, especially in the earlier rounds. It is going to pay dividends in the long run, for the 99% of people who are not going to be able to go unbroken and do it quickly. So the movements, the thrusters. When I did it in 2014, I did everything unbroken. I made it a point to try and go unbroken, but it was, in retrospect, watching the video, it was super, super slow. My thrusters were really slow. My burpees were really slow. Today I decided that I was going to break up, and when I tried the round of 21, I did 14, dropped it for about 2-3 seconds, and I did a set of 7. My thrusters were actually 2 seconds faster today than they were in 2014 going unbroken. And then my burpee pace was about 35 seconds faster today than it was in 2014. My heart rate was obviously elevated after the round of 21, but I felt like I could have continued to go at the pace that I had set forth for myself. So with the thrusters, I think it's really important to have a game plan and think about exactly how you're going to do it. I had Craig do it, and he actually broke it 3 times. He finished the thrusters faster than me, and he finished the round faster than me. But he's an athlete that works very well on dropping the bar and picking it back up quickly. So if you're not someone that can do that, then you might want to go for a bigger set. But a rep scheme that I like, for the round of 21 might be 7-7-7 or something like 8-7-6, a descending rep. And then you go through the burpee slow and steady. Then the second round, you can do something like 6-6-6 or 7-6-5 and the burpees and so forth. Breaking it up along the way as needed up until the round of, 12, 9, 6, or 3, whenever you think you can kind of, push that button and go for it. And again, guys, keep in mind, this isn't for someone looking to get, a top 20 score in the region. This is for the 99% of everyone else at every gym that just wants to get through the workout and do their best. Pacing the earlier rounds, the 21 and the 18, are going to be super important. Weightlifting shoes, do I think you need them? No. Unless you are horrendous in the bottom of a squat, I think that you'll be fine with sneakers. The weight's not heavy enough that you would struggle to come forward unless you really struggle with that position. Wrist wraps, if you like wearing them, wear them. Belt, I actually think a belt would be a terrible idea. It's just going to constrict your breathing, and it's 95 pounds at 65 for the ladies. I don't think you need it. In terms of gear, that's that. And that's about it, guys. I mean, this is the end of the Open. 2016 was probably, in my opinion, the most well-programmed Open for actually finding the best athletes to move on to regionals. It might not have been the most conducive to the gym as a whole and everyone, but just keep this in mind. Each workout presented a different opportunity for you to set some goals for the year coming forward. Whatever gym you go to, whoever your coach is, talk to them after the Open. Set some goals for yourself for 2016 so that when 17.1 rolls around, you'll be in a much better position to complete every workout as prescribed. So, if you struggle the first workout on chest to bar pull-ups, or the second workout on toes to bar double unders, the third workout on bar muscle-ups, last week on handstand push-ups, it was always a higher skill movement that I saw my athletes struggling with. And we've already thought about how we're going to implement different things into the programming to address those. But just keep that in mind, guys. Every week is an opportunity to get better and kind of test yourself. This is the last week, so just trust your training. Go into the workout with a positive mindset. It's going to hurt no matter what, so you might as well go in with a positive mindset. And I promise it's going to be way better than going in with a bad mindset. So good luck out there, guys. Crush 16.5.